Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be talking about how I went from this to this. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my everyday look, highlighting, contour, everything. I'm giving you the details, okay? So if you're interested in finding out what I do to my face every single day, keep on watching. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this highlighting and contouring. So as you can see, I've already done my eyebrows. If you would like to see how I do my eyebrows, make sure you check out my eyebrow tutorial that I've done. It is so detailed, very, very detailed. I'm giving you all the deets on how I do my eyebrows. So make sure you check out that video. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So first, after you've completed your eyebrows, however you do them, you want to make sure you add your foundation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my foundation on. The foundation that we're going to be using today is my Fenty Beauty Pro Matte Filter Foundation. We're going to be adding that. I'm going to add my foundation. You just use whatever foundation you use. I use a couple different foundations. If you want to see more or learn more about the products that I used, I also have another video, cheap versus expensive foundation and makeup. Make sure you check out that video, and I'm giving you all the details on all of the different products that I use for my face, okay? I have already primed my face, by the way. So we're going to go ahead and add this foundation. Please make sure you prime your face before you add foundation. Okay, so after you have added your foundation, notice that I have it blended really well, and I made sure that I also blended under my neck. You don't want to leave it as if it's like a mask right here. You want to make sure you blend it down into your neck as well. Also, make sure you blend it also with your hairline as I have done, okay? Especially if you're using a liquid foundation like I am using, the next step is very important because you want to make sure you set your foundation. Never just leave your foundation the way it is when you have liquid foundation because it will crease. So whenever you use any type of liquid product on your face, make sure you are setting that particular product. For today, what I'm going to be using to set my foundation is one of my favorite products, which is Huda Beauty Setting Powder. And this is in the color Cinnamon. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And I'm just going to grab this face brush right here, dip it in my powder, and you want to make sure you tap it off because you don't want to put too much on your face because then it'll look cakey. So you want to make sure you tap off your brush, and as you can see, the residue coming off. You want to make sure you tap off your brush and just lightly apply it. And you'll see the difference that it makes to your face. It just adds such a nice and smooth finish to your face. Okay? You want to make sure you blend that in really good and get all over your face. Again, blending that neck, okay? So after you have set your foundation, what I like to do is go ahead and add my eyeliner. And the reason I like to do that is because a lot of times when I'm adding my eyeliner, my fingers are all on my face, okay? So when you get to add all that product and then your fingers get all in your face, you get to see like your fingerprints sometimes. So I like to go ahead and add my eyeliner pretty early so that I don't have to worry about my fingerprints being in my foundation and being on my face. Now that's just me. So you do what you do, but that's just how I do. That's just my method over the years of doing my makeup. That's just what I noticed, and I really don't like it. So I like to have a nice, smooth finish to my face. So we're gonna go ahead and add this eyeliner. Everybody knows my favorite eyeliner, Sex Kitten by Tarte. There we go, honey. Now, notice that we did not add any eyeshadow. If I was going to be adding some eyeshadow, then I would be adding my eyeshadow before I put my foundation on. The reason being is because a lot of times when you put eyeshadow on, you have fallout. And so it gets in different places on your face, and you don't want that to be on top of your foundation. So I like to add my eyeshadow before I put my foundation on. Then I put my eyeliner on. Then I put my foundation on, and so on and so forth. Today we're just focusing on face. And really today, honestly, what I'm showing you is just an everyday look. This is something that I would do every day. If I was just going to work, this entire look that I'm showing you today is literally what I would do. So today is just an everyday look with highlighting and contouring. So I've added my eyeliner, and the next thing that I would do is add my lashes. Now, usually when I wear lashes, I go for a more simple look. I don't really do my bigger lashes. That's more for when I'm going out somewhere or something like that. But for an everyday look, I usually just use a simple lash, you know, not too big or anything like that, not too dramatic. But really, it's all up to you and the look that you want. But this is at the point where I will be adding my lashes. Okay, so we've added our lashes, and one thing that I forgot to tell you that I normally do is after I've added my foundation, I also go through my foundation with my beauty blender. I usually wet it with my setting spray, and then I just dab it all around. Sometimes when we're making videos, your mind's everywhere because I'm trying to talk and tell you what I do, so I forgot to show you that step, but that's fine. We're getting to the basics, which is this highlighting and contouring. So as you can see, I've added my lashes, my eyeliner, and I've also added mascara to make my lashes blend with the false lashes, okay, make it look more natural. Okay, so when we start with highlighting, first of all, the places on your face that you want to highlight is here, here, and here, and here. Okay, those are the places that you want to highlight: your chin, your forehead, basically right down the middle of your face, your forehead, your nose, your chin, and also your cheeks, the apples of your cheeks right here, this area. When you're highlighting, those are the areas that you want to stand out more. You want them to glow. You want them to kind of just pop a little bit more. Now, when you're contouring, those are the areas you're trying to play down. Those are the areas you're trying to cut. Those are the areas that you're trying to define a little bit more. So when we're contouring, we're going to be contouring right here to define this jawline right here. And if you're like me and got a little extra meat down here, it'll definitely camouflage that. So when you contour, you use a darker color to cut that and to make it look, it's just make like it creating an illusion. We're making our face look smaller. We're contouring it, making it look smaller and bringing those parts of our faces in. So when I'm contouring, we're going to contour right here. We're going to contour right here to give our face some definition, our nose as well, and then also the frame of our face. That is what we're going to be contouring. So to start with highlighting, I'm going to be using LA Colors ProConcealer in the color Fawn. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply my concealer just like this. Some people use a brush. They put it on a brush, then I just go ahead, and some people are fancy with it, drawing little pretty little lines. Listen, I just do like this. Okay, that's usually about all that I need. And then I'm going to do the same thing to that. For my nose, I usually just put one line, okay? And then for my chin, I just put a little bit. And for my forehead, I usually put 3 lines. And I usually do that for my forehead because that's the direction I want to go, because I want it to be kind of in this general direction right here, okay? Sometimes I do right here. It's not mandatory, okay? But it's just kind of, it heightens that little area right there. So we're going to take this beauty blender, and I always make sure my beauty blender is a little bit moist. It just helps it blend better. So I like to get my finishing spray. I'm using the NYX matte finishing spray, and I'm just going to, ooh, it's going the wrong way. It's sprayed that way. Baby, listen. So we're going to go ahead and spray it. Okay, so right now. We're going to spray that just to make sure that it is wet. And I dab, okay? Never do a sweeping motion because you're just wiping the product away when you do that. Dab it to really get it in there in the spots where you want it to be. So we're gonna go ahead and just dab. And you wanna get close to your eye not too close to where you're rubbing off your eyeliner. And whenever you are highlighting, you go up. Always go up right here when you are highlighting. Even when you're contouring, when you get ready to get to the cheeks, I went down a little bit too far right here. Go up. And I need a little bit more concealer because I want it to pop just a little bit more. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. See, with me, I like to add more if I need it. I don't like to add too much, but I want to add more. But when you're going up, it helps with the definition of your face, okay? So when you feel like you have that blended well, you want to just go ahead and move on. And I'm going to go into my chin. I just go right across my face. And I'm going to go up here. And make sure it is blended very well. And I even go straight up here and then go right to my forehead. And we are just dabbing until it is completely blended. Till we see it is completely blended in there, okay? And we're gonna do the same thing to this side. Notice we are going up. We're not going just straight across. Not going straight across, but we are going up. Make sure you get all in this area right here. These areas, that's what you want to stand out. You don't want to go down too far. All down here, because this is where you're going to be contouring. So you want to make sure you go up with that. Okay? Once you see that you have that blended in, now it's time to set it. Remember I said anytime you add some type of liquid product to your face, you have to set it. Otherwise, it's going to crease. We're going to be setting with Sasha Buttercup Highlighting Setting Powder. Okay, so this powder has more of a yellow tone to it. People, to each his own for how you want to highlight, but because my skin has yellow undertones anyway, this works best for me. Like, it gives a glow to my face. But this will work honestly almost on any face. So I'm just gonna put some on my beauty blender, that same beauty blender. We're not using a whole bunch of different brushes and all that. Same beauty blender, and I'm gonna go over those places where I have put the concealer, and we're gonna do the same thing and dab. Now, some people bake. I am not a baker. No, I bake in real life. No, I can bake now. But as far as my face is concerned, I do not bake. I used to do it. However, when I learned this method, when I figured this out, I just liked it so much better. To me, it had a more smooth finish to it, a more blended finish. I didn't look like I didn't look powdery to me. And y'all can see the difference in that right here. Look at that. That is so blended. I mean, my face looks so smooth. There's definitely a difference. When you're baking, maybe it's me. Maybe I wasn't doing it right. I don't know. But you see, I got some on my brush, my beauty blender again, and I'm just dabbing my chin and my nose in this area to set that concealer. Yeah, maybe I wasn't doing it right. I don't know. You do what works for you, but to me, this is just, it has such a, look at that. It's so smooth, such a smooth finish, such a smooth finish to it. And we're doing the same thing to forehead. And of course, you don't want to add too much because then you will, even though you're doing this dabbing, you know, method, it will look powdery. And that's what you don't want. You want to have a nice, smooth finish. Sorry, I'm looking over here. That's what my mirror is, okay? But you want to have a nice, smooth finish to your face. And as you guys can see, this is already coming together and we're not even finished yet, right? So contouring, now we're ready to contour. For contouring, I like to use Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. Okay, this particular palette, I love it because it has everything you need for contouring. Okay, when you open it, don't judge me. Okay, it's time for me to get some more. And don't judge me. And I bought some more. Let me tell y'all what happened. I bought some more. However, it was the wrong one. I actually ended up buying the cream. They have a cream contour palette, which I did not know that they had. And I bought this by accident, not realizing what I bought, but I'm actually going to try it. And when I try it, I'll let you guys know how it is. But this is the powder. This is what I'm used to using. So we're going to use this. So when you open it up, as you can see, it has the darker powder for contouring. It has the lighter powder for sculpt. And then it has the highlight right here, which is just basically like a shimmer. Okay. So up here, it tells you what you're supposed to do. And it gives you the instructions on where you're supposed to apply the product. I think that is so neat. And it's exactly what we're going to do. So now we're gonna go ahead and contour. So first, definitely you need a contour brush, okay? Because I love that it has an angle. It just helps you guide where to go. I like to start with my cheeks and we just go right here. If you have a brush that's kind of like bigger and doesn't really have that angle, you won't really get precisely where you want to go. So I like definitely in having a contour brush, and this is the Farrah large angle contour brush. So we're going to go in with that dark contour color on this contour palette, and we're going to go in with that. Don't want too much, tap off your brush always, and we're going to go ahead. Notice that I'm just doing back and forth. You want it to be blended. You don't want it to be too dark on one place, but you want to be nice and blended. And I'm not going in here. I'm really not going anywhere past, see my laugh lines? I'm not going anywhere past my laugh lines, okay? So we're just going back and forth with that. And there may be a little line there, that is okay. And notice also that I am not going straight like this, but that I'm actually going at an angle. Just like we did our highlighting, we went up, we're doing the same thing with our contouring, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Now I like a light contour. I don't like my contour to be too deep and too bold. It just doesn't look natural. And I'm all about having a natural look to my makeup. I don't like to look really extra. Now I'll say that, okay? For lack of a better word. I'll say extra, okay? So you want it to look a little bit, not a little bit, but you want it to look proportioned. Yes, I'm still making this crazy face, okay? That lets you know, like I said, where, you know, where to put your contour. So when you see that you have that the way that you want it, don't worry about the lines again. We will be fixing that. We're going to go ahead and move on to our nose. So for my nose, I'm just going to be using this small, it's an eyeshadow brush, but it's a smaller brush, and it's going to really help me be able to define where I want it to go. So I want to go from in here, and we're going to go down, okay? We're going to go down in here because that's how you want to shape and basically frame your nose. So I'm going to go in here. And almost like I'm just painting my nose almost. And we're gonna kind of go in to the tip here too. And as you can see, it's already, you see the difference from this side and that side? Look at that. I'm just basically creating a shape for my nose. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? We're just creating a shape for the nose, okay? You don't want to go inside too much. And some people like theirs to look thin. I'm just, again, I'm all about having a natural look. Using a smaller brush helps you be more defined and get, like I said, precisely in those spots. Okay, so since you have that where you have that, when you have that where you want it, I'm gonna go back with my contour brush and I'm gonna do my hairline. Use this wig, y'all, okay? And this will basically help you with framing your face. You don't want to add too much, but again, if there's a line, trust me, we're going to fix that. We're going to bring it back. We're going to bring the color back. Okay, we're going to bring it back. And I also like to do, again, my jawline. You know, because when you got, like I said, extra, you know, we're going to try to camouflage that just a tad. So I like to do that, okay? So now, this is what I was talking about when I started. We're going to fix the those lines. So I'm going to get another brush. I'm going to go in that middle color that's in there where it says Sculpt. I'm going to go in with that. And right where we see that these two are connected, where that line is, that's where we're going to put this. And it's just gonna blend those two together. You see that? The line is already erased. And it just looks like a nice gradual look, okay? It just gradually goes from one color to the next, and it doesn't look like I have a defined line on my face. You don't want that. You want to have a nice blended look to your face, okay? Yes. And I also like to go back down here and do that. I go right here because sometimes when you highlight, it starts to look a little bit too, you know, but it just looks a little too bold. So sometimes I just go back with this, and it kind of blends it more, especially in that chin area. And we're about to do the forehead now. Bringing the color back and just blending it. And it's just gonna have a nice blended look. Look at that, see? It just looks so much more blended, okay? And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take another brush here. And we're gonna go back in the middle, another smaller brush for our nose. Another smaller brush for that nose, and go back with that and do the same thing. So we won't have such a defined line there. Like I said, you want a nice blended look where it's just a gradual change happening, okay? So that is it right there. The highlight, the contour. Now we're gonna go in with this highlight, this shimmer, okay? We're gonna go in with that. Now I apply my highlight or shimmer, whatever you wanna call it, to basically the same places that I've applied concealer, okay? For my cheeks, I will not be going right here, but I will go right here. And it's just gonna add a nice glow. Y'all see that? Look at that glow, beautiful. It just adds a really nice glow to your face, and it enhances that concealer, that highlight that you have done. It just enhances that. Look at that, beautiful. So I'm gonna also do the tip. I don't do my entire nose, but I like to just do the tips of my nose. The tip, I don't have one on my tip. The tip of my nose. Okay. And I like to do my chin and also my forehead, just a little bit because you don't want to look too shimmery, you know what I'm saying? Okay, and this is the part where you will be adding blush. I'm going to be using my Blush Crush, okay? And this is where I add blush. Now again, my method is not always the same as everyone else's. So I'm gonna go in with my blush brush, and we're gonna go ahead, get a little bit on our brush. And I put my blush on the apples of my cheeks. So basically when you smile, the highest point, that's where I add my blush. So when I smile, here and here, and we like to just sweep it back, so. Now I'm a blush girl. I love blush. I like adding a little color to my face, so. However much blush you want to add is completely up to you. It's all according to your preference and the look that you want, but I love blush. Y'all see that? And it just, the glow, that highlight and the blush together, it just adds a nice look. That color and that shimmer, it just adds a magnificent look to your face. I mean, we're stunning, honey. We're stunning. Beautiful. Okay? So in this part right here, this is when you're going to be adding your finishing spray. This is going to set everything, make sure everything stays in place, make sure you're not glossy. All of the products that you are using all work together. Your setting spray, your setting powders, your primer, all of it works together. It's all really, really important to help your makeup look smooth, help it stay in place, and help keep you from looking glossy. So I'm going to be using my NYX Matte Finishing Spray, and it's just going to help everything stay right in place. So we're just going to give it a spray here. Soak it all in, honey, soak it in. So while we got that going, I like to go ahead and choose my lip color. My favorite, it's by NARS. It's called London Calling. It has a matte finish to it. Absolutely beautiful. I've already moisturized my lips. I do that before I even get started with my makeup. We're gonna go ahead and add this. And that is it. That is all. This is literally what I do to my face every day. Every day. This is my normal everyday routine, how I highlight, how I contour, and just every day when I'm going to work. And yeah. Cute. I love it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot. Hope you will use the techniques. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have a question, a comment, please leave it in the comment section. If you try it, please share it with me. Leave me a comment. Send me a picture. Let me know how it worked out for you. I would love, love, love to see it. And also, as always, please make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. So, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all like my earrings? I absolutely love it. It just brings everything together, right? The color, and see how that color, look at the color. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share it. Oh yeah, and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this one. Hit that bell button too so you can receive notifications of new videos that are posted. See you next time.